What's up and welcome to my channel, Smells Good. In today's video, we're gonna do a little bit of a comparison style video between two of the most popular clones of Creed's Absolu Aventus on the market. Right here, I have Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition, as well as Armaf's Clubbed in a Weed Precieux. And we're gonna put these two fragrances head to head and see which one comes out on top. Now, if that sounds good to you, stick around for the rest of the video. But before we get started, if you are a fan of my content, if you're a fan of fragrance content in general, go ahead and leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on everything that I post from here going forward. Now, this is actually my first time doing a comparison style video on the channel, so I felt like the easiest way to go about it would be to do somewhat of a full review kind of a format, but just put the fragrances head to head and see which one comes out on top in each category. Now, starting off with the presentation, let's look at Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Now with this one, you're getting a bit of a speckled paint splatter style of a design, very reminiscent to me of that cement print kind of design for those of you sneakerheads out there. Overall, I really do like the aesthetic of the bottle. I also like the fact it feels very heavy in my hand, so it feels high quality, and the cap does fit very firmly into place, so I can pick this one up from the cap if I need to. Now, this is not going to be super important to a lot of people, but one thing that I really do appreciate is that this base is fairly wide, so the fragrance doesn't really fall over too easily, and that is going to come into play a little bit later when I get into the presentation of the other fragrance. Now, going up against that, we have Clubbed in a Weed Precieux. See if this one will focus. It's such a shiny bottle. Overall, I think the aesthetics of this bottle are beautiful. I love the black and the way it complements the silver accents on it. This tassel, even though it's really cool, I do kind of get annoyed by it clinking and clanging when I pick the bottle up. But just looking at the bottle, it looks absolutely beautiful on a shelf, and it looks very, very high quality. Now, the only gripes that I do have with this, the cap is not super snug, so I don't feel very confident picking this one up from the cap. And it is an extremely thin bottle design, so I have had quite a few times where this one has fallen over in the shelf. So for that reason, I am going to give the edge to Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Now, getting into the actual scent profile of the fragrance, in this one, the Afnan Supremacy fragrance, this one is going to have top notes of pineapple, bergamot, white flowers, and apple, mid notes of orange blossom, birch, and amber, and then base notes of oak moss, musk, and ambergris. For Armaf Clubbed in a Weed Precieux, I'm actually just going to read the list off because it is pretty long. In the top notes, we have pineapple, lemon, bergamot, caramel, pear, pink pepper, and black pepper. In the mid, we have oak moss, white wood, jasmine, lily of the valley, and anise. And then in the base of the fragrance, we have ambroxan, white musk, amber, patchouli, vanilla, leather, and cedar. Now, how do these compare scent-wise? Now, when you first spray on Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition, you get an extremely juicy pineapple note. This one is very, very fruity in the initial opening, but then you get a bit of like a warm, spicy accord that also has some softness coming from that white floral and that orange blossom. Overall, this one smells fruity, a bit spicy, and creamy as well. You don't get a ton of that oak moss or the ambergris in this one at all. This one really does lean more on the fruits, that orange blossom, white floral style of a note, as well as the amber musky kind of a quality. Now with this one, you do get a lot more going on. This one, in my opinion, is a bit more of a denser and a bit more of a darker fragrance as well. I do get a bit of a bergamot pineapple-esque type of a note when I first spray it on, but that's quickly followed up with a bit of a sweetness from the caramel. You get a bit of an earthy tone coming from that oak moss and some of those woody notes. This one ends up smelling a lot more complex. So of course, scent profile is going to be a very subjective thing. Everyone is going to have a difference of opinion when it comes to something smelling better than another. If you like that more of a fruity approach to that Absolu Aventus DNA, this one is going to be your pick. If you like a little bit more of a darker and denser, more complex approach, this one is going to be your pick. This one's a little more earthy. It's a little more mature smelling as well. Now, personally, if I had to pick which one I think is closer to Absolu Aventus, I'm going to go with this one just because Absolu Aventus on my skin did not smell nearly as fruity as this one did. I got more of that warm, spicy nature. I got more complexity and more depth, which is somewhat what I'm getting more so from this one, the Clubbed and Wheat Precieux. But however, if you ask me which one I prefer scent-wise, it's gonna be this one. So for that reason, I'm just gonna make this one a draw. I'm gonna leave it up to you to decide which one you prefer scent-wise. If you want that more complex, darker, mature approach, this one. If you like that little bit more lighthearted, fruity, sweet approach, this is gonna be your best bet. So once again, for scent profile, we have a tie. Now, getting into the performance of these two, the performance is really, really stellar on both of these. On the Afnan, I'm getting around 8 to 10 hours, which in my opinion is really good performance. That's enough to last me well beyond any event that I would be wearing this fragrance for. On the Armaf, I'm getting 10 plus hours. There's days where I've clocked this one around that 12-hour mark, and that in my opinion is just outstanding for a fragrance. So even though they both have really good performance, I am going to give the edge to the Armaf fragrance just because it does last about 2 hours longer. Now, when it comes to the actual wearability of the fragrance, this one I find to be extremely versatile. I find that I'm able to wear this fragrance to work. I'm comfortable wearing it casually. I would wear it dressed up if I needed to. I've even worn this fragrance on a few occasions to the gym. Even though I don't think it's the best gym scent, you can pull it off. Now, the Armaf Clubbed and Wheat Precieux, on the other hand, this one, like I said earlier, it's a little bit more complex, which makes me want to reserve this one for a little more of an upscale situation. So I do wear this one to work from time to time. I've worn this one dressed up. I've worn this one on date nights. I wear this one when I have a really good outfit on. I wear this one when I really want to make a great impression and I want to feel extremely confident about what I'm wearing. But in terms of just the wearability of the fragrance, I find this one to be a little bit more versatile. So for wearability, I am going to give the edge to the Afnan fragrance. So let's get into the compliment factor. Both of these are extremely highly complimented fragrances. Both of these fragrances have already made it into my most complimented fragrances of the year list. Even though I haven't made that video yet, you will see these fragrances mentioned. However, the way I'm going to determine which one wins this category, I wore these fragrances alternating days the entire week leading up to this video. And I decided that whichever fragrance came out on top for the most compliments that week is the one that would win that category for this video. And so the winner for the compliment category is going to be Precieux. I wore both of these fragrances 3 days apiece this week, and this one right here, the collector's edition, ended up getting me 2 compliments, and the Precieux ended up getting me 5 compliments. So this one is going to win the compliment category, but keep in mind they are both highly complimented fragrances. If compliments is what you are after, you cannot go wrong with either one of these. So unfortunately, we are currently sitting at a tie for these 2 fragrances, which means I'm going to have to be as unbiased as possible and pick a winner for this video. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, this one is my favorite. I prefer the scent on this one. My girlfriend loves this one off of me. I reach for this one way, way more. So this one definitely is my personal favorite. But if I were going to recommend one to someone, the performance on this one is better. It did win the compliment category. And overall, I do think this one is a little closer to the original DNA. So which one do I pick? I gotta go with my heart on this one. This one is my favorite. It's been my favorite for quite a long time. I'm going to have to say Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. And part of the reason that I'm gonna go with this one is just for the simple fact, I have recommended this fragrance to so many people and they have all loved it. Those who have tried it, they love this fragrance. And I just feel like if I'm constantly recommending it and people are consistently coming back and saying that they like it, I have to go with this one. But really, guys, you cannot go wrong with either one of these. These are both amazing fragrances. If you are in the market for that Absolu Aventus style of a DNA, you cannot go wrong with either one. Neither of them are a spot-on replication of that DNA. They both have their own little bit of a twist to them. That being said, I do think this one is a little bit closer. So if you want something that's getting as close as possible, I'd say go with this one. But overall, beautiful, beautiful scents. If you want something a little more fruity, grab this one. If you want something a little more upscale, a little more suave, if you will, this one might be the one to go with. But for the sake of this video, I have to go with my favorite since we ended in a tie, and that is Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Now that is going to be it for this head-to-head battle. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you enjoy this style of a video. If you do, I'll be sure to find a few more fragrances in my collection where I can put them head to head and give you this battle style of a video. Drop a comment down below and let me know which one of the two is your favorite. Do you prefer Precieux or do you prefer the collector's edition? I love them both. I hate that I had to choose between them, but drop a comment and let me know which one you think should have won. As always, if you made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Doing those things go a long way to supporting my channel. And until next time, peace.